Now live from Studio 550, it's McGraw in the Morning on the Big 550 KTRS.
9:46 rather, here on KTRS. Saturday, April 6th. Mark it on your calendar. I have been lucky enough to be asked to MC an event to raise money for a wonderful cause that we found out about, I guess, last fall. Rich Ledbetter, you're with us. You're the vice chair of Honor Flight, right?
I am. I am honored to serve on the board of Greater St. Louis Honor Flight and help these guys have their day of honor.
Tell us, what is Honor Flight?
So Honor Flight's a national organization, but our local chapter here in St. Louis is called Greater St. Louis Honor Flight. Our job is to find World War II veterans and fly them safely to Washington, D.C. for one day, have them experience the greatest day since they left the war, see their memorial that was commissioned in 2004, experience their brothers and sisters that served, and then come back safely to St. Louis.
And you pair these veterans up with a St. Louisan.
We do. So there's a great opportunity for the veterans to fly and see their memorial. But these guys need some help. They need some help physically. More than half of our veterans are in wheelchairs for most of the day. So what we do is we pair them up with somebody like you or me who serves as a guardian. And you're a guardian for their safety and their protection. But what you also do is you get a chance to talk to your veteran. You get a chance to let him open up and experience telling you the stories that he experienced that maybe he hasn't told anyone for 40 or 50 years.
So you start off as a guardian, but I suspect at the end of the day you end up becoming fast friends.
Without question. Your friendship starts that day, and it continues as long as the veteran's with us.
Now, you just got back from a flight yesterday.
Yeah, we had our first flight of the season. We have a 10-flight season planned, and my main man, Rolando Lopez, who runs executive director of Greater St. Louis Honor Flight, is here with us, and he just told me that we had 25 veterans return safely. They had an incredible day. It was a little cool in D.C., but it was an awesome day, and we had 500 people waiting for the veterans when they returned to Lambert.
One of the veterans who went yesterday, Ralph Goldsticker, you just got back from this honor flight yesterday?
No. I flew in September.
You were back in September.
Of 2011.
2011. Okay, so you've done it a couple years ago.
Yes.
Tell us about your experience on an honor flight.
Well, as Rich said, it was a wonderful day, a long day. We started at 3 in the morning, got to the airport Lambert at 4, and we took off about 6, landed in Baltimore. And when we landed in Baltimore, there must have been 300 or 400 people waiting for us, cheering, thanking us. It was a wonderful experience.
What did you end up doing in Washington, D.C.?
The first stop was at the World War II Memorial, which is really fantastic.
Right.
It shows battles on the east side of the Atlantic, battles on the west side. There's also a war with 4,000 gold stars representing the 400,000 Americans that were lost.
Tell us about the guardian you had. Tell us about him.
I can't say enough about him. T. Bauer was my guardian, and he was a businessman in St. Louis and just took good care of me all day long. I was 89 at the time, and whatever I needed, he took care of. And
so it's a full day, right? You leave in the morning and you come back at night, right?
We took off about 6:30, flew to Baltimore, and we landed about 9:30 at night back at Lambert.
Ralph, were you somewhat hesitant to go on this?
No, not at all.
Not
I was
at all.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I love flying. It was always the flyer. As I said, I flew.
You were a bombardier.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, were you apprehensive in that reliving some of these memories, going back and thinking about things you hadn't thought about? Was there any apprehension there? No.
That does happen, McGraw. I mean, I will say that we have one of our key missions is to find the veterans. We're hoping through this show and other outreach that we can have people contact us and get veterans on our list, because we now have enough money to fly 10 flights this year and hopefully 10 flights next year. There are thousands of veterans in St. Louis that don't know about us, so we need to get the word out.
It's also a charity that is going to go out of business here soon.
That's our goal is to go out of business because we've transported everyone to Washington, D.C., and not because they're passing. Unfortunately, they're passing at a rate of 800 a day.
Right.
So it used to be 1,200 a day, but because the numbers are diminishing, it's 800 a day across the country.
We're on the downside of that bell curve. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, so then you can start doing Korean.
But anybody that knows anybody that has not gone, I really recommend it.
Let's talk about that for a second, Ralph. You're saying that as a veteran who was in World War II in Europe in the 40s as a bombardier, you're saying to your fellow veterans that you need to come out of the woodworks. You need to make a call. You need to do this flight.
This is a day you'll never forget.
How come?
Well, you're with 25 other veterans, and you have your guardian, and it's just a wonderful day. You saw the World War II Memorial. We saw Vietnam Memorial. We saw the Korean Memorial. We saw which is most impressive, the Iwo Jima raising the flag at Mount Suribachi. We saw the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown. We saw the Air Force Memorial. And when the most touching parts was mail call on the way back.
Yeah, talk about that for a moment.
Well, they gave us a packet of letters from children, veterans, civilians, thanking us for our service during World War II. But most impressive, there were 14 letters from my family, my 3 sons, my 5 grandchildren, 2 nieces, and 3 first cousins thanking me for my service.
I heard there wasn't a dry eye on the plane.
There was not. It was really something. When we landed in St. Louis, there were an honor guard of 16 service personnel to greet us, and they led us into the lobby where several hundred of our friends and neighbors and relatives were waiting for us and just cheered us on. So it's a long day, but one you'll never forget.
That is Ralph Goldsticker. Ralph, first of all, thank you for your service, and thank you for spending time telling us about the honor flight. Rich Ledbetter, tell us about April 6th and tell us how we can get involved.
So our big fundraiser for the season is April 6th. It's going to be awesome. We are premiering a movie that is getting rave reviews, and we are premiering it in St. Louis. It's called Honor Flight, the movie. Our event is at Chaminade's Vera Performing Arts Center. It's April 6th. If you want to attend, we have tickets to sell. Not as many as we had a couple weeks ago, but we have tickets to sell. You can check us out at www.gslhonorflight.org. That's gslhonorflight.org. Or you can call us at 636-230-2466.
And we can find out more about honor flights and how we either can be involved or we have a veteran who can get involved.
Absolutely. We'd love to find veterans. We certainly need guardians, and we would love to take names. Now, guardians help underwrite this trip. Our plan is that if you have the honor of guarding a veteran for the day, we ask you to pay us $550. That underwrites about half the day, and then fundraising outside of the day gets us the other half.
Worth every penny. GSLHonorFlight.org. GSLHonorFlight.org. That's April 6th at Chaminade High School. Guys, yes.
There's absolutely no cost to the veterans. It was a wonderful day with no charge and something you'll remember.
That is Ralph Goldsticker. We're late, but I wasn't going to tell Ralph to stop talking. Ralph can talk for as long as he wants. April 6th at Chaminade. Honor Flight to debut the movie and to find out more. It's at gslhonorflight.org. Gentlemen, thank you very much. KTRS St. Louis.
Don't miss the Dennis George Show. Well, wait a minute, that's me. The Dennis George Show. It's a whole new way to watch radio. We're back Sundays, 9 to 11. More fun than legally allowed. Here on the Big 550.
Want to look years younger, even when you're completely naked from the neck up? As in, not wearing makeup. No mascara, no lipstick. We're now letting women try a BB cream breakthrough that doesn't only give you a flawlessly gorgeous complexion, it actually fights your wrinkles long term, so you look years younger even when you're completely naked from the neck up.